Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey, traders. Good to see y'all on this Sunday, where we have less than an hour till the weekly candle close, where will be the 8th consecutive red week in a row, first time in Bitcoin history. But the good news is, looking at a less significant time scale, we held again, right? The miracle of 28,782 holding. Third time's a charm, maybe. One here. There was the other one, but then you had locally, the selling climax, the rally, resistance, support, ping pong in between 28k, 30k, man. But now, if you look at Fibonacci, right, the major high that started late March to the bottom, high to low, you've just been hanging out at a 23.6% retrace, which is extremely shallow and oftentimes normally not where an asset rolls over. Normally you go to the golden zone. So you're just thinking here, without an edge, if you're gonna make a common retrace, just because everything's so effing oversold, right? And short's got to get squeezed. If that was to happen, which means you got to break 31k. I think if you break 31k next time, you're going to test at least the 38% retrace at $34,064, which lines up extremely well with levels from history, January 24th and February 24th, right? So that's where you'd be headed if 28,782 holds, which it has now for a third time. Third time, man. So yeah, we got more earnings coming up this week for stocks. Oh, it's going to be really active week. Jerome Powell talking, right? I think you got the World Economic Forum going on, Davos, them and their private jets. They're going to be talking about climate change. Okay, right. So that's it, man. That's what's happened. It's like really, it's about the levels, and you held a level for a third time in about a week. So now it's time to make a higher high locally if you're going to do something here, which is good to see that you're finally breaking 30k, but you haven't quite made the higher high. 30,756 is right there. Those local highs, take that out, then take out 31k, and then you could be headed for just a common everyday scrub retrace to the 38% retrace. But just remember, even if you were somehow to go to like 40k or 618, that doesn't make you bull trend. That's just, you have your large waves down, then you have your waves up that are normally substantially, weaker than the waves down, because that's the trend. And, eventually you'll roll over. So there might be good short opportunities up at these levels once you start developing a bearish edge. At this current time, there's no edge for bulls or bears. It's kind of been that way, man. You're just ping pong between these two levels. All right. But yeah, so futures are open, like stock market futures, Bitcoin futures are open. But let's look at the daily here on Bitcoin, assess that. Where again, dude, it's just like it's the levels, and that level held, and it's holding still until you break that. If we go back down to 28,782, we're gonna talk about you're probably going to 26k, and that's it. But like that's not happened yet. You could not. I mean, the buyers are defending this level for now. 3 times in the 4 hour. That's it, and you can see a lot more clearly, like the Fibonacci, the high to the low, and then the 382 to 618, the golden zone. That is what it's called, the golden zone. So nice, dude, nice. That's like after an asset loses, from its high to its low, 47% of its value in 45 days, about 1% a day for 6 weeks, right? Yeah, eventually, like that'll like stop. Like the selling won't go on forever. Okay, you'll get rallies, and that will induce buying from scrubs that don't understand the trend you're in. They'll buy at these 382 to 618 levels, and that will supply market makers with exit liquidity, and then you'll roll over again. And I can't believe devs didn't do something, right? And you'll be going back to 30k, maybe even lower. We'll see, but that's kind of what's going on right now. Yeah, no matter what happens, I'm thinking you'll eventually, right? I mean, you made this high up here. You're gonna make a lower high, and you'll start developing hidden bearish divergence at some point, and you'll probably be at 34K, 36K by the time that development matures. There's no edge for bulls or bears, really. Just the edge for bulls, which isn't an edge, is 47% losses in 45 days. That's a wave, and you'll probably get a smaller wave up at some point. Are we cool? Is everyone here? Is this stream on? Got audio levels okay, man? Just making sure. We got the trumpet playing in the background. God. There's no liquidity in this market, and the liquidity keeps drying up. And something I had read. Let's see. Yeah, retail traders on stocks have sold a significant portion of single stocks acquired since January 2019. The estimate from Goldman Sachs, 52% of retail positions in the NASDAQ single stocks accumulated since 2019 have been sold, while 26% of S&P 500 stocks have been sold. So retail, even though there was record inflows like a week and a half ago, right? That Jerome Powell pump day and then collapsed the next day. So there's still retail buying, but there's still a lot that they only sell, and they're not taking like levered positions anymore. They're not doing degen calls, Wall Street bet stuff as much. So there you have it. So what does that mean? Hey man, maybe a short-term relief rally will be in store to destroy these retailers that have left. So when the S&P and the index funds rally, then again they'll ape back in to the lower high and supply the smart money with exit liquidity so they can offload their positions again, so we can roll over once more, make a lower low eventually, right? So okay, cool stuff, man. That's just the case. It's not even really bullish outlook. It's just relief rallies happen and downtrends, dude. It's not crazy. Okay. Ethereum in its similar situation. I mean, right? It's that level 2000, 1972. It did it was just a fake out. It was breaking down and then got right back above it. So it doesn't even really count as a breakdown. And now you're building positive momentum on Ethereum's daily chart. The MACD histogram for the first time since April 5th. So going on a while now, almost multiple months. And that could build, and if you do truly break above this high from February of 2019, it's almost 100% certainty that you go to 2,300. Because, just saying, besides a little fake out here in April of 2021, it was a straight up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh my God, so many times, right? So now it would be very fair and safe to say that if you break above 2,041 for real, then 2,300 is the target for upside, but you just got to think about Fibonacci here from the high to the low, the same way we did Ethereum. The golden zone between 2420 and 2861. That's kind of your target area for a bear trend rally. That's it. 382 to 618. You've already hit a 236 once. You did that. That was 2144 right there. Again, normally, after a wave down and the beginning of a retrace, it's very rare that an asset will only hit a 23% retrace before rolling over and continuing downward, right? Yep. Okay, we're on the same page. We understand now kind of what's going on. It's like there's not an edge. There's just not, but we know that. What did Ethereum do? Bitcoin losing 47% of its value in 45 days. What did Ethereum do? Lost 52% of its value in 40 days. 52%. So that is just so fast. And when you dump that fast, it's almost impossible to develop an edge. So there's not going to be an edge on every relief rally. But we do know about critical levels. At least we got that going for us. And if we break 2041, which we're above right now, 2300 to 2400 would be the initial targets just for the rally. Okay. Doesn't mean we're bullish. Doesn't mean we're in a bull trend. It just means relief rallies happen. Just trying to get that point across. Okay. We cool? I think we're cool. Yeah, everything's back open again, even like commodities. all that. Let's take a look at.
I like turtles.
We like totals that has held, right? It's been holding, like you can't argue with that. It was so close to getting devastated multiple times, but it's back. It's just stuck in the woods, right? 1.3 trillion. I think if you break that, there is upside, and it would probably be similar the way with Fibonacci. It would just from your discernible high, previous high to low, right? You're hitting that 236, just like Ethereum. This is the Ethereum chart almost, right? So 1.5 trillion to 1.75 trillion is your golden zone for just common, everyday scrub relief rallies before, in downtrends before rolling over again to lower lows, or at least the same low for a retest. Okay, that's your total. What total's did. Total's a horsefly. I don't know, it's starting to, once it breaks 1.3 trillion, it'll graduate to I don't know, dude. What's bigger than a horsefly? Dude, horseflies are units, dude, right? They're massive. I wouldn't say a tsetse fly. This would be a tsetse fly when it breaks above 1.78 trillion, all right? Because the tsetse fly, what is it? Someone want to Google and talk about the tsetse fly in chat? A little education on how dangerous that fly is, like the most dangerous fly in the world, what it does sleeping. What is it? A sleeping disease it gives you and you die? Scary stuff. Anyway, so that was a total Bitcoin, Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum, 2 Bitcoin. Why not while we're here? Not really good, but also at the same time, not really dead. Yep. I mean, so you've broken a demand line you had been confined in since like a year, almost a year, 11 months or so. And now you're out of it. You fell out of it. But the good news, right? Even with all this bad stuff happening, you are still not making a lower low. In fact, you're making an 88% retrace from your previous low to high, from the low to the high. Oh, it's not even quite an 886, which is actually 6.56 million sats. You're hitting a 786. But until you break to lower lows, you're fine technically. Even if you broke a demand line, it doesn't reverse a trend. The trend reversal begins when you start taking out your previous lows and you start going lower. That hasn't happened yet, so you're okay. You're fine like a fruit fly. I mean, in fact, maybe hidden bullish divergence or something on the Mac Instagram. Really, no one's gonna post anything about the tsetse fly, just so other people are aware. Don't get wrecked. Okay. So, yeah, dude. Yeah, let's see. Like, everything's open again. I mean, we can go to like BNB and all that stuff. Do you want to really? Let's look at the DXY real quick. This is what we want to get destroyed. It's not getting destroyed yet. It's pulled back from a 20-year high. That's awesome, but like it's just not good enough yet. You're still extremely parabolic. You're still above all levels. You're still not making lower lows. In fact, anytime you start pivoting, a hidden bullish divergence will become a reality, potential reality, which would imply continuation upward again. So this is what's killing everything. This and the VIX, the volatility index being elevated, is also very bad for everything risk on. All right, so there's your DXY. It's open. It's down 0.08%. I guess you're rooting for it to dump if you want some sort of rally to occur. It might be necessary, Shoot, dude. Okay, that's just your US dollar. All right, BNB up to 0.27%. No trade zone, just been in the middle of two major levels. And we knew if you flip a coin, you could be going to 330, 350. You flip the coin to the downside, it goes down to retest 219, 220, or 210, which is the real level, right, from history. So that's it. Just floating on up. It's going to do exactly what Bitcoin and Ethereum did, right? Bitcoin goes to, 33K or whatever, 33.7. Then BNB. See, BNB is actually from the previous high to low doing something that not Ethereum nor Bitcoin are doing. This one has already far exceeded a 23% retrace, where Ethereum's below that right now and Bitcoin's like at it. BNB, in fact, is just now breaking above its 38% retrace from its previous high to low. So technically outperforming. Yeah, for sure. And then from that high to low, lost 52% of its value in 37 days. So that's right on, on par with Ethereum, what it did, its losses. But better performance, better recovery going on with this one compared to the second largest crypto and the first. This is the third largest. So it's heading on up to 340, the 50% retrace, but probably, or 330, right? Just the candle high close from February 20th, 2021. And look, you can clearly see it's been support, resistance, support, support, support. That's very real, and that's probably where it's headed to, assuming Bitcoin doesn't collapse here, which means the NASDAQ doesn't collapse here. As the NASDAQ goes up, you know what's going to happen. Bitcoin is going to rally too, because it is pretty much a tech stock right now. It's been that way. Sleeping sickness. Yep, that's right. Spider B, but that's not really. I was going for someone like, you know, copy pasting some really good stats or some good information on the TC Fly. No one. Okay. I guess no one's going to learn about the TC Fly then. Get wrecked. All right. BNB, and then we go to Cardano. Sort of memorize it again. Cardano, similar situation that it's up almost 3% today. It's nowhere. It's in outer space. There's no formal support looking left at all. It virtually hit that level. Though it was just a little bit off. It seems like it just kind of clipped that one peak from January 17th, 2021, reacted and is holding just like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's why. It has nothing to do with Hoskinson, or it has nothing to do with Cardano's technology or anything like that. It's just literally synced up with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. That's it. But massive underperformer to Bitcoin, Ethereum, where this one's yikes. Okay, lost a tremendous amount of value. So it's holding, and like you could just do the same thing if you wanted to from the high to low. Nothing like BNB, right? BNB is its different league. If we're talking about from that discernible highs on the daily to the lows, BNB is winning right now because this one is at the 236 and rejecting that before selling off, but it's not over, right? So if the index funds catch some sort of reflexive rally this week, you know, your golden zone on Cardano is 72.6 cents to 92 cents. So that's your zone there. I mean, if you want me to post it for a second, I'm just gonna delete it. But like that's it right there. Common retrace areas. It may never even get there because it's such a massive underperformer, but there you go. Tick flies. Oh, I didn't know that. Large biting flies that inhabit much of tropical Africa. Ooh. Do they require vaccine mandates to go there, dude? I hope so. All right, so that's Cardano. Oh, let's go to Hex, man, because it's like, dude, Richard Hart's on the frickin' thumbnail. Now it's recovered some. It was down 17+%, but it is catching some bids now, and I think it's probably just because Bitcoin is catching bids, crypto's catching bids right now, total bids. So, but to me, it's very, anything below 10.9 cents or 11 cents is bearish. That's it. It's that simple. But hey, say Hex got back above 11 cents. It might be interesting. But the problem is, it can get back above 11 cents, 12 cents. And it's not going to be bullish until you recapture your previous discernible swing high, which is a long way away. That's 20 cents. Just probably not happening anytime soon. So that's it, man. You've broken support. You're still below support, but you've rallied off your 17-18% down day to only 9.5% down day. All right. Be aware. Be cognizant. Sorry, dude. I'll just leave this up for a second, okay? I would just leave this up for a second. There's no comment on this. It's just gonna be there, all right? Technology. I got that. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's like, okay. Okay. So, good luck, Hex. You know, Hex is off limits till you get back above 11 to 11.8 cents minimum. but it still doesn't indicate that HEX is bullish when you get back above the level. It just means that you don't run the risk of losing 45% of your value in an extremely fast rate, okay? Because below 10.911 cents, the target is 7 cents. So that's it. All right, there, just got out of the way because, you know, thumbnail X. I mean, it's a big deal, man. Like, this one's kind of been different. Hey, Bitcoin, catch some bids nearly at the highs of the day. 30,400 right there. Very nice. We have a rally, like a relief rally target of 34 to 39.4, 39.5, whatever. Okay, just the common retrace. Doesn't mean you're bullish. There's not an edge. Just articulating the same argument where there's not really an argument. But the only argument would be, wow, you lost half your value in 45 days. So anytime that happens, you can't be surprised if it rallies at least 38% to 50%, because historically all assets forever, that's what they normally do. And then they roll over after that, and that's how they get the exit liquidity to sell it further. Okay, to dump it lower, short. What's up, AJ Productions, man? Good to see you, dudes. All right.
Hey, bud. That's it. Just saying hi. Cheers.
Thanks, dude. Was that extremely quiet to anyone else, or is that just me? Maybe it's my side, probably. But thank you, dude. All right, heading on up to 30,700. That's the 23% retrace, and that is in line with like just local highs here from May 13th and May 17th. So you got a few $100s more in you. Easy here. I mean, if you held again, that's really good. 3 times the charm, rule of 3 stuff. I mean, dude, that is such a level. If you didn't hold that, right? The orcs, we said, if you didn't hold that, the orcs would be taking over the Shire, which in the book they did. But I'm just talking about the movie, all right? Yeah, the Shire would be on fire. All humans and elves, they'd all be taken slaves, all right? And Sauron would rule Middle Earth with an iron fist. But did Sauron take over? Did the orcs? No. They didn't, because 28,782 held. That's it. It's about the levels. It's not about knowing where it's going, but we do know if something holds a level over and over and over again. That's real. So, Saruman and some men, yeah, the Black Numenarians, or like what are they, the Corsairs or whatever? The Easterlings, they call them, right? The humans who were corrupted generations ago by Morgoth himself, right? Yeah. And now and then Sauron, you know, of course, being over there, would do his bidding in his fair state. All right, Second Age. So, yeah, you're right, Chris, you're right. But no, in the, you know, the looking, you know, the water mirror with the Galadriel and Lorien, say that would be the case. That would happen if that support didn't hold. All right, anyway, moving on to, sorry, we get off track here. What was next? Solana, yeah, which Solana, dude, at a level where, wow, if you're surprised about Solana somehow holding this level, I don't know what to tell you, because if it's not gonna maybe hold this level, a clear, discernible, right, undeniable 886 retrace, confluent with actual only levels of support that ever made sense until here, then when? When would you not be surprised? If it rallied and held here, would you be surprised somewhere else? I guess $20, right? But you can't be surprised if some sort of scrub trash rally occurs at these levels, because historically they do all the time. Some of these tech stocks or some of these trash Carvana type stocks, Spotify, Shopify, PayPal, Square, they hit their 886 and they just continue to roll over, which is crazy. But here we are. Can't say it's not a textbook shark at its pattern completion zone with the support to back you up there and showing positive momentum for the first time yesterday since April 7th, and that's building. Okay. That's it, dude. That's one of your largest cryptos that exists out there at a critical area without an edge. No edge, but at a critical support. And literally, if you scale in a little bit, and you can see, have you not sprung back tested the spring here of the candle? Like, this is like the first time in history it hit this level, right? April 27th, 2021. And you just happened to fall below it, and now you're back above it, and you're confirming it was once a support. Resistance is now support again. That's pretty promising, at least initially, right? You can't, just saying, you know, this is not fortune telling anything. This is just like price action correlating to previous levels in history. That's it. All right. Then you go to Doge. That did hit its 1618 perfectly, reacted violently, and has not even come really close to getting back down there. 6.5 cents or whatever. It's just hanging on. I mean, it's up 2.25%. Nothing to write home about. It's not really at an area where, oh my God, it's you know, maybe it'll go up to. You would think Bitcoin rallies, then Doge is going to 9 cents, maybe even 10 cents. Above 10 cents, we'll reassess when we get there, because I'll probably be live because something will be going on. If Doge is at 10 cents, that means Bitcoin's at 33K probably. Okay, or more, or higher maybe. Why do I report on Hex? Because it's you know, people have all kinds of names for it: a scam, a cult, the future, blah 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 blah. But at one time, people really appreciated the analysis on Hex, because when Bitcoin was collapsing, Hex was making consecutive higher highs, higher lows. Composite operator was showing clear accumulation, clearly buying. Bullish patterns would develop on the chart. They'd be reliable, and then they would play out, and they would outperform over and over and over again. So that's why, because at one point, a lot of people maybe don't remember, but it was amazing. It was like a technical analysis specimen that just kept doing it, man. We're talking falling wedges, bullish 5-0s, double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders, over and over and over, all the way up to the buying climax. And now it's like Bitcoin 2018 looking stuff, you know. So bubble pop, whatever, but it was awesome at one time. All right, Doge, and then we can look at DOT. You know, DOT, man, still below the level it needs to be above, but it's really close, right? 1041, that valley back from July 2021, the peak from January 2021, undeniable level, right? You were below it, but I would think like somehow Bitcoin rallies to 33K, DOT breaks 1060, and maybe runs up to $13. What's up, Molly Investor, dude? Thanks for the 100 CNET, man. Well, we did look at it already if you're just tuning in. We did look.
Nice clickbait mint. Hexpulse, Jane Pulse X hash still retired.
I don't know, man. I mean, Hex did break support, so I don't know how that's clickbait. I think Richard Hart's face, that's more clickbait, but that's not really. It's just reality. I mean, you go to the Hex chart and you tell me we haven't broken support for real. I mean, you have. 25 minutes till it's confirmed bearish breakdown, and will be the lowest daily candle close on Hex since July 12th, 2021. So we're going on, what, like almost a year, 11 months, 10 months, 2-3 weeks, whatever. Well, that's a development. That's not a good thing, you know? So thank you for the 100, though. I appreciate it. Okay. Avalanche, because that's like, I don't know, just doing that, more, right? Another one that's like, though you're not at a clear inflection point at all, you certainly have hit an 88% retrace here. You can't argue with it. That's real. It did that. It reacted like at it. Pretty much went down to 22.44, $23, candle low closes, wicks. Very real inflection point. It's failed to get back down there, right? So just imagine if Bitcoin was to rally, Ethereum was to rally, BNB was to rally, then this is going to rally too, and your target would be 37.74 again, which means like if those things happened, big if, you could be running to 18% upside.
Professor Cheddar and a new bar in the office schooling up. Thanks for everything. Gangs.
Well, what's going on, Cheddar, man? You just like freaking out my overlay. Weird. Did you see that? It was like blinking. Too many graphics. Thank you, Cheddar, though. That wasn't even a super chat. Fake news. That was just a normal contribution where Google does not get 30% of it, right? Thank you, dude. Cheers, man. Cheese. First level positive momentum avalanche seen since April 5th. That's kind of in line with the other coins we've been looking at. So, all right, man. Up 6.76%, if you can even believe it. Yep, today. Nice. Okay.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Let us, just for a brief moment in time, shift gears to the S&P 500 futures. Looking at the daily here, where, you know, at open, you're up 0.83% on the new week. That's it. That's what's happened. Only buying has come in for now. There's no edge. Not really. But you haven't seen positive momentum since April 6th. That's like an S coin. But it looks like you could be soon making positive momentum. And dude, again, just like Bitcoin or Ethereum, the S&P 500, not as bad, lost 18% of its value in 52 days. That, at any time that happens on an index fund, there could be a rally. There could be a reflexive rally to squeeze shorts and, you know, induce buying from scrubs so there can be more exit liquidity. It's simple, all right? Bear market rallies happen. Dang, Motley. Let's go, dude. Wow. All right, man. Leroy Jenkins, dude. Type in the chat.
You're good on buying from 0.10. A 1 cent range on Hex personally. All assets bleed in a macroeconomic bear market. The question is who buys the blood? Or who become wealthy?
Well, I mean, thank you, dude. Well, with that being said, we just talked about real quick, bear markets and blood, and it's not normally like a COVID crash or 1987. Really, dude. It's, let's just talk about it. 1 sec. Let me pull this up. All right, so trading days by bear market. The year 2000, 638-day bear market before it bottomed out and began, you know, to reverse the trend. 1930, 550 days. 1940, 439 days. 1973, 435. 1980, 428. 2008, 349 days. 1949, 253 days. 1966, 171 days. And currently, 96 days. So the average bear market lasts 289 trading days, 3 times as long as the current one. So in all those days and all those bear markets, you've had reflexive rallies. Sometimes you go 15, 20% before rolling over again. So, you know, like you're saying, who buys the blood? You could be buying the blood for a long time, right? So you really want to be cognizant of history and how long it takes. I mean, this is a bear market, recession, it's a process really, right? You crash, that's an event, and then what happens after the crash a lot of times can just be the process, which is the bear market. So, all right. So you're bearish as F on this for a long time. Because a lot of things have to happen, right? So first thing you would want to see S&P 500 do that it's not doing, and it doesn't indicate that it's going to do it, is get back above 4,058. If you ever broke that, you could go straight up to 44 to 42.77. And then once you fail and you roll over again, you would pray to God that you would hold 4,033, 4,058 as a support, make a higher low, and then run again to test 42.44, 42.77, and then break it that time. And then eventually wherever you run to, which could be all the way to 45.51, you would back test 4,200, hold that, and all of a sudden, locally, you're making some higher highs, higher lows. It still doesn't mean you're in an uptrend, a long-term one, because I don't think you won't be in a bull trend until you break $4,600. But then in the end, it's going to be the all-time high. All right. You look at this and you tell me there can't be more downside. Why not? With what you know about Fibonacci, right? From the low to the high here, you have touched the 38% retrace like the Jesus on Friday. Yes, you touched it. For the first time you did too. So at the 382, remember we're talking about Bitcoin? 382 to 618, these are areas where relief rallies can happen, right? If I flip the chart over, it's like I'm doing the same thing with Bitcoin almost, right? Like where Bitcoin was at the 236 and it could eventually see the 382 to the 618. It's the same thing on the other side. So yes, you finally hit the beginning of the golden zone officially on Friday. So at any point, it could be here, you could react and start that scrub rally, or you could sell off right through it and go to more reasonable levels where there's actual support, which is like 35.50, 35.80, and that's near a 50% retrace. Or you go to the 618, 618 has maybe got a little bit of support. I mean, like a peak from June 2020, September or November 2020. That would make sense too. You could have a rally there. So it just depends. But we are at finally a moderate retrace from the low to the high. Moderate, shallow moderate, 382. Meh. Okay. So we go to, hold on, let me just pull it up. Oops. Bueller, is everyone here? Is everything good? Everyone have a good weekend, man. Here's your Dow Jones futures. Currently, kind of reacting at this level that was once a resistance, is trying to hold as support, I guess. And at any time, just like you were in the downtrend, you didn't quite know the first time. You sold lower low, lower high. Okay, every time you dump and you make a lower low, you eventually rally. I mean, and think about for the first time, the high to low, it was a 70% retrace. The second time was an 88% retrace. And this time could be one of those. It could end up being or becoming a, dude, I mean, again, if it repeated that, then it could be going up to like 33K to maybe even 35K before making a lower high and rolling over again. All right. So what does that mean? Like at least wherever we don't know the bottom's in though. It hasn't even made a 23% retrace yet. And that's when you know, right? Using your Fibonacci, if it's a valid Fibonacci anchor point for the bottom, when it hits a 236, the most shallow one, all right? Dude, my God, man. Giving Crypto Hoarder run for his money, man.
Oh yeah, this is just the start. Wait until the next rate hike before we kick off this party. Party face. Cash is king, but high yield bearing assets aren't bad either during the bear. #X.
Yeah, but like, I mean, yield in crypto. Oh, Luna, my Luna, by the way. Hold on. Sorry, thank you, dude. Let's go, dude. More Leroy Jenkins in the house. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Crypto_4 took $102.33. Need an NFT of this thumbnail so I can send it to Richard Hart's CTH address. Sheen X scam on deck. 0.0500000000ETH.
I think Motley Investor might have something to say to you about that. Thank you, dude. Holy crap. It will be an NFT that will be done. And Steph Fran, did I say Vaxman? I was literally kidding. I don't even know how you could take it as me being serious. It was just a joke, dude. But you might be newer here, so anyway. That's it, right? Dow Jones futures could be trying to get back above this one level that's a fruit fly support, 31,280, but it's not valid yet. It's not a valid swing low on your anchor points yet until you see a 23% retrace, which means there could be a little bit more upside to 31,800 minimum, right? Okay, that's it. It's good. Things good, Crypto Hoarder, man, and Motley Investor, dude. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Sorry, dude. On this one, there's nothing. Like, it's just, you can see it clear as day. Are you above support or below it? You're below it. Easy. And it's not my opinion, man. It's like literally levels of inflection from history, and you're not above them. That's bad. You even back tested them as resistance with a fake out. That was the Jerome Powell pump. That was the day that retail investors threw in like 2.6 billion, or maybe it was May 4th, can't remember. Anyway, so I think the target's still 10.9 to 11,000. You might run up to go clip 12,200 again as resistance if you have a good day or something, but it's just gloomy, man. Gloomy on the NASDAQ 100 futures where all support's broken and the target's 11K. That's it. Yikes. Big yikes on NASDAQ, dude. It's like, how do you have any... Until we get... Hey, we get above 12.4, we'll talk about 13K, then 14K after that, all right? So here is... this one's pretty insane, too. Look at this on the Russell 2000 futures, all right? This is pretty awesome, all right? The old levels, 2018 pre-COVID crash highs. You are springing... Not even really... You didn't really fall below it. You just held it, and now you're holding the top end of the support resistance. And, you know, look, 2018, man. If you hold here, there could be some nice upside. I don't know, to a minimum maybe of your old lows locally, like $1,900. So this could be, if, you know, it could also flag and roll over again. But hey, man, you are holding the supports that you needed to hold. It's not like the NASDAQ at all. This one has done, this one's respected the TA so effing well, dude, right? Straight line up, you broke it, then you bearishly consolidated with a bear flag, and in the bear flag, what's so beautiful, at the very end of the bear flag, you finally technically back tested the old zone as resistance, confirmation of market participants, the old support as resistance, and then you rolled over from there. But now, after rolling over beautifully, you're hitting levels now that kind of make sense for maybe a relief rally or a rebound. You haven't technically really rebounded yet. You've just held support. There hasn't been any follow through price action quite yet. But who knows, man? Like that's why we're here. That's why we look at these levels. So this makes sense, dudes. This is making sense. I'm talking about. We've just now looked at all the futures. Hold on, though. Let me look at this one real quick. Yeah, so there's some stuff going on here, okay? Some stuff on Bitcoin futures. Where there's no gap per se. With Bitcoin futures, there is an open gap at 23,530, undeniable. It's right there on your screen. There's also a gap technically around $53,600. So, you know, oh, and there's also, well, that's an old gap that filled from July 26th, so I'll just get rid of that. It's not open anymore. But there's now a gap that, think about this, man, what we just talked about with this reflexive rally crap, right? 35,870 is in that golden zone we've discussed already, right? That is an open gap that could fill. It would fill when there's a relief rally, whatever, okay? So that's it. That might be a target too. Interesting to think about. 35,870 right there, clear as day. No edge though, no edge, but holding the level, holding support for now until it doesn't. And when it doesn't hold, I'll be here and we'll be talking about it. And you don't want to know, because if you don't hold that support, long way down, free fall stuff, okay? Nice. All right, dude. Long night last night. I wasted most of my afternoon trying to get the laser to work. I got it to work, and then it stopped working. It works, but the safety thing doesn't let me. I mean, you can hear it working when I have the app up. It's just really weird. I have to call them because I have no idea what to do about it. Anyway, so don't worry about it. Golds, here it is. Nice, dude. As you held 1,800 last week, right? Which is everything, dude. It's not just the historical level from history, 2011, 2012. That's, if you don't hold that, you normally go straight down to 1,500. It's also the fact that it's the last line of defense for your trend that you've been in, kind of with higher highs, higher lows. I mean, since you bottomed out in March of last year, you started making higher lows, and then it was put in jeopardy, but you held. You held and you're trying to get back above the 200-day moving average, which is tremendous. That's very good. It is a big old M shape, obviously. Look, X, A, B, C, D. People in here in this community have identified and stuff, but it's just reacting. And you are showing your first level of positive momentum since April 20th, 2022.
Is that a joint?
All right, so good start. It'd be nice to get a retest for a confirmation low, and then we get some really nice divergence going on or something. But yep, I mean, for now, it's safe. Gold's safe for now. My God, dude. Let's go. Wow. It's 400 on the day, chat.
For all the haters, where's your super chat supporting Mitch and his channel? Put your money where your mouth is if you have any. Maybe you guys should stop investing based of your feels. Man shruggy. Hashtag Hex.
Motley Investor, thanks for the friggin' 400 on the day. Wow, dude. Are we going to get a Bitcoin emoji ball only jar? That's never happened in human history for the extent of an entire live stream. But, wow, dude. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Crypto Hoarder says, "Oh geez, I'm scared." Hey man, I don't know if you're being serious. Are you really? Is Crypto Hoarder really scared, man? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. All right, there it went. Greg P, you broke the streak. I'm just kidding, dude. Thank you, man. But no, I can't, dude. I can't look at that, man.
Hey, can you look at Pulse Dogecoin? The ticker is PLSD. I think it can be found on DexTrader. Please and thank you.
I can't, dude. I can't do that. For multiple reasons. I don't think it's on TradingView. If it is, wow. But also, saw how it looked. Okay, that's it. Thank you, man. But I appreciate it, okay? So gold's okay, man, until it's not. 1793 is your big cutoff there. Let's go. Hype in the chat for gold. Okay. Maybe it was commodities are open again, if you didn't know. The orange juice futures, good start to the week, up 2.7%, back above 168. Let's go. Orange juice moon boys in the chat. All right, where are the orange juice people that are in it for the technology? This bullish consolidation, methinks. God, dude, just crazy, man. But I'm telling you, above 168, you could have a real good time. Minimum 180, but eventually probably 190 to $204. And unfortunately, that sucks for everybody because you're gonna be paying more money for orange juice and mimosas, dude. Sorry. Orange juice in the chat. OJ's in the chat. All right. Beautiful. Wow, we have a lot. Oh god, the hog futures, lean hog futures, pumping, dude, up 3.4% today on the new week. Are you kidding? But no, there's no kidding. Motley Investor, let's go. Wow, sorry, I jumped the gun on that one. There it is. My god, man.
Working on getting $1 million in cash. If we dip into that range, Bree, don't worry about me. Winking face, dollar bills face, hashtag Hex.
Thank you, my investor, for the $500 worth of super chat today. Thank you, man. Wow, that's yeah. Having a lot of cash in these situations can be life-changing once a bottom gets put in. All right, so, but again, what we did talk about was the length of duration of the bear market so far compared to history. We got a long way to go. We still have probably double the amount of time in this downtrend. Probably triple based on the actual stat, right? So, thank you, dude. Or you could, instead of all that, you just buy freaking lean hog futures. This is your bacon chart, all right? This is the bacon chart, chat. Your barbecue chart. It's so good. It's so powerful so far. It can't even get to a 50% retrace. It can't fill a gap from February 14th. It's too powerful. It's just holding and mooning right now. And the target, probably 112.50, a little bit more upside, and then 116. I don't know, man. I hope it rolls over, but why would it? You know, we got serious problems. Tons of farmers coming out saying there's going to be a food crisis in the next 3 to 6 months. So I kind of believe the people that are farming. So, I mean, the whole fertilizer thing, increased energy costs for everything, you know, tractors, whatever. Their raw goods come in, it costs them more money. It just gets pushed on everyone else, and you're the only one in the charts right there. So, wow. Well, I got my music stopped, dude. Sorry, man. So. We got less than 4 minutes now to your weekly candle close. And again, on Bitcoin and crypto, well, just Bitcoin, some crypto, it'll be 8 down weeks in a row. That's never happened in Bitcoin's history. So you'll be experiencing history with me in 3 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, so think about that.
Hey Mitch, Jasmy's showing 3 higher lows on the 4 hourly. Are you predicting another 400% pump? Surely worth a long. I know you are a fan of the Jesus Jasmy crew, Kings.
I'm sorry, what? Hopium, thank you, dude.
Gentlemen.
I don't predict a 400% pump, no, but let's just, what did we just talk about? Any analysis I do on Bitcoin Ethereum equals the same thing for a tepid off-brand S coin, pretty much. Oh, Bitcoin goes up, then Jasmy goes up too. It doesn't matter what it's called. It could be Jasmy, it could be Pundy Coin, it could be Rudy Poo, whatever, man. Even Luna, dude. Did that work? Was that okay? All right. So Lean Hog futures mooning today. Lean Hog future, Moon Boys in the chat. Rice futures up 1% also. Really, really strong. Gone parabolic, dude. All right, you've gone parabolic at this point. Let me just clean it up a little bit. It's local structures. Beautiful, man. Just keeps going and going and going. It's really just more like, you know, it was the same thing as Orange Juice, classic accumulation, and look at you now after that massive through rising valleys, whacked out through rising valleys, but still, now it's just insane. You're probably headed to 19 bucks, then $25 after that. Well, here it is, not 19, but 1854, that peak from September 2011. And then there's another one at 20 bucks and then 25 after that. So, you know, it's unreal, dude. It's so bad. It's not good. You don't want these commodities to go up, but they are. And they're soon going to be, I mean, compared to the S&P, they could very well continue their uptrend. So rice, and then, you know, you got soybean futures that I just, it's too bullish, man. I mean, this can't play out, right? We've identified a bearish pattern and a hyper bullish trend at critical levels that it's almost never at ever, right? The amount of time you've spent up here is like never compared to how long this chart's been around. And it's just pivoting. It was a potential double top, right? Did you ever break the neckline confirming it was a double top? Nope, it failed. The potential double top failed. Now you're rallying and you could very well moon. You could very well, I mean, see all-time highs off this. So just pay attention. It's soybeans and it's foods, and there's a crisis going on. And look at this. Now this isn't like really per se a anything, but there's this, you know, look at your RSI was trending and you're breaking it and back testing that. Interesting, just interesting look there, right? We saw that on Bitcoin. My God, September last year, once it did that, it went from like 40K to 69K. So soybeans is breaking its own little RSI downtrend. It's been in since February. So good God, man, look out. Soybeans, the new Bitcoin, chat. Wow. Wheat futures dumping, nice. Filled the gap. That's it. That's probably all it did. You know, you come back test neckline. You hit a 78% retrace from previous high to low. Still extremely bullish. That's it. Like it's just so bullish, man. And yes, anytime it pulls back, fine. As long as it makes a higher low than previous lows, it's in a massive, ridiculous, unbelievable uptrend, and that's it. There was no edge when it pulled back, and there it is, chat. Jesus shines for the new week. History has been made. Bitcoin 8 weeks in a row down. So here's your weekly chart, so we can see that together. There it was, confirmed. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8. Now 8. All right, but in the end, 2 weeks now, the last line of defense is between 28,782 and 30K has held. It held twice. At some point down the road, no matter, you could be way lower. There will be classic bullish divergence at some point. Your RSI on the weekly is still sitting at its lowest levels since the COVID crash. Right, you're getting down to where you'll be rivaling the lowest low. When Bitcoin hit $3,850, which was the lowest low of the COVID crash, Bitcoin's weekly RSI was sitting at
32.33, repeating, of course.
So you are currently sitting at 34.17. All right. All right, that's it, dude. That's your weekly. Here's your Bitcoin weekly. Here's your Ethereum weekly. That once again, right? The levels last week, you touched it. What a rally! And again, 8 in a row. Was it 7 in a row here? It's not 8 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not 8. Not looking too hot still. I mean, I'm just like, again, that's what I'm saying. There's no edge, nothing bullish of an argument really, except the fact that, wow, dude, the amount of value the assets lost in such a short period of time lets you know at any time, if you're hitting any support and holding it, you could very well have some sort of rally that's at least a 38% retrace from the previous high to low, and that's it. What's up, Gether? Thank you, dude. Oh my god, man. What a day, man. What a weekend, and all that stuff is great. Good time to recharge. Get ready for the new week at hand, where there's a lot of stuff coming. A lot of things happening this week. All right. Mysteries abound, but very critical levels. All right. So that was your local on the 8th. Did I even do it? Sorry. Local on the lates. That is it. As we were looking at commodities before the weekly closed, let's take a look at U.S. oil. That is still extremely elevated. It did reject 115, if you could even call that a rejection. It was 72 hours of not being able to break it before rolling over, but as you rolled over, you came right back. As you can see, look left, this peak from May of 2011, these two peaks from February 2012, August 2013, that's it. That's where you are right now. You're trying to get back above one of them, and then there's the other one. And once you break 115, I mean, you got your local high. But I'm telling you, dude, above 115, it's straight up, straight down to 147. There's somehow, some way, classic accumulation going on after all this. What an uptrend. Unreal, dude. It's crazy. And then you go to the other beast among beasts, which is natural gas futures. That still hyper bullish trend. And yes, it did make a lower high than previous high, but anytime you make a lower high, you just gotta remember, it doesn't matter in an uptrend until you not just make a lower high, then after the lower high, you then roll over and make lower lows than previous lows. That's when you know things could be changing bearishly, right? But that hasn't happened. You're still above 763. 763 goes all the way back to 2003, right here. So you're above that. Anytime you're above that, the ability for it, the liquidity, it's just thin order book, man. 763 to 980 to $9, right around there. This thing could continue its ascent. All right, it would make sense based on the fundamentals of like what's happening with, deglobalization, which is really screwing Europe right now because the heavy, crazy dependence they have on Russia for natural gas. So yeah, and the lack of infrastructure still for the United States to help Europe get natural gas. So let's get corn real quick. Corn up 0.3%. Looks a little bit weaker than soybeans and others, but it's still just extremely elevated. There was bearish divergence on the oscillators, and then it started to play out with a lower high, and you're hoping that it just rolls over here. You can understand why it might roll over here, because historically that's all it's ever done. So is it crazy to think that, hey, this is a level where it could be screwed? It could dump and collapse down to 560 eventually, but not yet. Not yet, man. And you got serious problems out there, supply chains and war and all that. All right. Dang, dude, I didn't know Crypto Hoarder literally was scared. I thought he was just kidding. He was actually scared, chat. Wow. Sugar futures up 0.91%. This one's interesting because it's like right at this $20 area. What a range here, right? You can't break it. You're trying to. If you do break it, could be crazy stuff, man. Let's see, what is that wick right there? Just below it. Just below it, man. Sorry, is it all five? Okay, I must have spoken way too soon.
Crypto_hoarder tip $1,020. I send actual tips, not lame super chats where Mitch only gets half. Get wrecked Motley lol. 0.500000000 ETH.
Wow.
Just felt like spraying it.
Let's go, dude. Thank you, Crypto Hoarder, for the $1,122.34 on the day. Thank you, dudes. That is in ways true with super chats, but I'm not like less grateful for them. But it's reality. They do take 30%, then the IRS takes 37%. So it's rough. But yeah, I'm very grateful. My God, thank y'all. Holy crap. One Up Coin, Motley. It's in the description. You can, yeah, it's in the description. Then we fight in the shade. What are you talking about, dude? Okay, Bitcoin on the new day, new week, up $36. Time to retire, chat. Highs of the week, highs of the day. Isn't that funny how like the beginning of the week, it can sound so sensationalized? Yeah, you're at session highs right now, 30,300 and climbing, chat. Oh my God, up $75. Whoa. So again, man, if you hold 3 times the critical level that we knew, if you didn't hold it, you were screwed. 3rd time's a charm, maybe. The rule of 3 stuff. I mean, how many times? All you got to do is take out that 236 that you have not been able to take out. You took it out and then immediately rejected it, so that didn't count. But like you can clearly see the 236, how respected it is. Right, May 13th, May 15th, May 17th, May 20th, and soon to be May 22nd. Maybe, yeah, right. He's like, you don't know, it's not certain, but you hold those levels, you can be kind of like, dang, man, this could be a short-term bottom if the index funds allow it, which I can feel no confidence on NASDAQ being below that support that we already looked at, right? That Cadillac, you went to 2-2 Tango. Asked for the bear market menu. They called security and kicked you out. You're wrecked, dude. Yeah, because they knew if you asked for the bear market menu, that means you have no money. You're wrecked, dude. Over there anyway. I never said it was cheap. I never said 2-2 Tango was cheap, but best meatballs I've ever had in my life. Goodness gracious. And back to Total real quick. You know, Total closed the week. Highest daily candle close since May 17th. Nice. Which is kind of nothing burger, but still, you're in the woods, but at least you're closer to the greener pastures to the upside, not the red pastures, right? Green pastures, red pastures, right? Still holding, man. You're pulling a Vince Vaughn in old school with your cigarette and all in your gymnastic outfit. Moon, soon. Just kidding. It's actually, there's no edge, right? Nothing truly implies it. You are certainly on the daily on Total in the bearish control zone, resetting the oscillator. You're 37.5-ish still. And the weekly, I believe you're also in the bearish control zone. You have to be, right? Have to be. Yes, you are. Wow, look at this on total. You are lower now on total than you were at the lowest low of the COVID crash in 2020. That's insane.
Mitch, thoughts on
Holy
Neon?
crap.
You said possible $1.88 the other day.
In time, that could take weeks or months even, dude. Right. But it really depends on crypto. It's all about the levels, right? It fell below those levels. It's still probably below it. We'll look at it.
Bro, you haven't had meatballs until you've tried my Italian moms. Wish I could send you some without sounding like I want your address to stalk you with.
Yeah, or to sound like you want to send me your meatballs. Yeah, I know, dude. It's a touchy food, right? Touchy food to talk about. I know. So thank you, dude. Yeah, I'm sure Mama's meatballs, the best meatballs there ever was. Thank you, dude. That's nuts, dude, isn't it? Absolute. Say how many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row down. I don't think Total's ever done that before. Yeah, dude. So that was the lowest officially. Total making the lowest weekly candle close since February 1st, 2021. Yes, you took out the lowest low you saw July 12th this week. Not last week, but this week, or just what you would say moments ago, about 13 minutes ago. That's a development, all right? That's not a good one. It's not really something you want to do. But that, to me, is whack, dude. Lower than the COVID crash lows. Lowest Total has seen on the RSI on the weekly since December 10th, 2018. That was just after the capitulation event where Bitcoin in 5 weeks lost 55% of its value. Goodness. Motley, that's what Gavin Crown said after the tip war against Vet Moonboy. But we never saw Gavin again. I don't know what happened to him, man. He's just gone. We miss him. All right. So again, new week and Bitcoin's showing a little bit more nothing than it did. I mean, I just like anything when you get away from 28,782, I feel a lot better, right? I mean, like, woo, because that's the death level. You are so screwed below that level. But if you just bounce off of it their third time, I feel a little bit better about Bitcoin. And maybe this is quite possibly the end of the, that was the selling climax, and you just go for the reflexive rally, and your target would be 33.7. All right, 33.7 to 34K. If we're gonna do that, all right. All depends on the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. All right. Crypto Hoarder told Motley to just unstake some of that hex and take the penalty. Oh man, what would that penalty be, dude? Is it like an IRA or something, like 10%? Yikes. Whew. Okay, dude. Ethereum, same thing. It's not made a higher high yet, but I love seeing it above 2041. It closed right at it. Mother of God, dude. Okay, but hey, great news. You're finally going to maybe take out the high, the lower high, the lower high. Again, let us make a non-lower high and a higher low. Are you kidding me? You're trying to tell me we're going to make a higher low than a higher high? Whoa, man, we might be onto something, dude. Something real good could be brewing, at least a little bit, Then you got to take out the next high and the next one after that, right? If Bitcoin's going to 34K, then Ethereum's going to 23 to 2400 for that scrub rally that would induce scrub buying, so the market makers could offload their position, and the scrubs would provide exit liquidity. It's not even really a scrub rally. It hasn't even rallied yet. I'm sorry, this is not even a rally yet. So I'm saying, like, you could be setting up for the scrub rally off this consolidation. That's all I mean. So you think, man, all right, I'm taking bets, chat. I'm taking bets here. I'm going to bet. This is a gamble, all right? This is casino gambling. I'm going to bet this week will be green by Sunday. And it's not me like taking along. I'm not saying that. I'm just for fun. My God, we're not allowed to have fun anymore, dudes. God. Let me just be like, I want to call that this candle's green because we just had 8 weeks in a row. There won't be a 9th week. It'll be green this week, chat. Somehow, some way, it could be impossible. It may not happen at all. It's a flip your coin. I just want to flip the coin. All right, I want to flip the coin this week. Not by taking action, but I'm just saying, right? Yeah, let's do a poll. Yeah, for sure. Good poll. So how we do it? Will Bitcoin, should I say, will Bitcoin make a 9th down week? Or how would what would be the best way to word the poll? Chat, someone, Euler. Yeah, we're going to do it for the 886, all right? 8 weeks in a row, fine. Oh, how will the week end? It seems to... Okay, we can do that. Let's see. How will we end the week? How will Bitcoin end the week? Red or green? No, whatever. All right, here we go. How will Bitcoin end the week? And I'm publicly announcing my bet or my guess would be green. And before TD sequential, man. No, dude, it's 9. It's 9 red candles, dude. Not. I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking, all right? I'm thinking out loud about why would I maybe gamble or just guess up this week? Because, dude, if it's never done 9 before, I'm just thinking 1 time, 2, 3. If you hold it 3, I mean, like, I think, oh my God, confirmation highs, now all of a sudden confirmation lows, and you're just 3 times holding a higher low than this selling climax low. That's why my guess is green candle finally breaking the 8-week siege from the bears. Doesn't mean you're going bull trend. It's a green candle, man. Good God. Like, we could go right back down to the basement next week, but I'm just talking about this week, man. All right. God, rain's coming? Are you kidding me, dude? That's right. Satoshi loafers. That's right. I got my Satoshi loafers on JG. JG Wentworth Connect. And if you're patron, you know, like in the charts only, I went into my argument, not really argument, but kind of like a discussion on where we could be headed based on Fibonacci if the very short-term bottom got put in on this third higher low here, this third low. That is, all 3 of these are higher than the first low. So that's it, man. Derek, you know it, man. But I don't know, man. No one's been wanting to hear about any other scrub coins, dude. No one. No one's like, hey, dude, how's SNX doing, man? SNX is really interesting here. Dude, so, like, all these are so kind of interesting in ways, right? I think much lower in time. But look at this, dude. You tell me. Look at SNX here. All-time lows. Right? You got friggin' 2020 twice, right? July and November. And then you've got, look at what's happening to that level right now. You fell below. Traders never settled up below that level, right? Crazy. And now you're like 1 time, maybe 2 times. The upside could take you straight up, straight down, minimum to this high of 306. But very well, based on history, look. Down, up, down, up, down, up, straight down, straight up. It can go to 350 from here. And it would be just kind of a scrub, everyday, pathetic rally. I mean, like this is a discernible high here to low. I mean, it hadn't even made a 23% retrace yet, which is 348. That means, like, good God, just to make the shallow trash retrace, you would need to rally. Mike, you don't even want to know. It's so insane, dude, on SNX. It would rally 21 to 25% just for the shallowest of retraces. Wow, dude. SNX, baby. At these levels. And, you know, of course, like, it can't get much worse than this, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, except all-time lows, which it did make officially all-time lows on May 12th. But could just be bear flagging, too. But I'm saying, whatever Bitcoin does, SNX is going to follow suit. All right? Oh, yeah, I got to look at Near. My bad, dude. That was actually a request. Sorry. Let's see here. Near Connect. Could be 188 if it can't get back above 641 for sure in time. But it's holding, and it will hold for sure if Bitcoin does.
Take a look, brother.
Yeah, well, look at that's terrible, dude. That's one of the worst cryptos out there, man. Right? So Near was requested, and it's like, well, you fell below 641, and that was a poll, by the way. Below 641 is doom and death, right? Based on historical price action. So in time, 188, like long time. Well, like, yeah, if you get above 641, all bets are off. And look at the, I mean, I think if you break above 641 for real, you could run straight up to 756. Because you did that. You literally, when you fell below it and you rallied, you went straight up to that level and tested it and then rejected it and fell right back down. So it's all about the levels, man. It's always only ever been about the levels. So 641 is that level. One of them anyway, right? Valleys and peaks galore. Break it, man. I hope it does, dude. I don't want these markets to go to zero, but it's not up to me, all right? It's not about my feelings or what I want. It's just based on higher highs, higher lows, and levels above or below them, right? That's it. We already looked at Solana, man, earlier in the stream, much earlier in the stream. I've been live now, 1 hour, 22 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button above. What's up, man? Thanks, dude. Motley sent you, did he? Cheers, mate. Whoa, dude, 1,000 yen. Are you kidding me, dude? Let's go, man. We got the yen contribution, dude. We got a freaking yen.
Just stake hex, bro.
Gentlemen.
Hex greater than BTCC hex calc. Net for proof hashtag tier.
I don't know, man. That's just your opinion, man. But I appreciate the contribution. And yeah, we did look at Hex. That did certainly break below its support. Let's look at it. I don't think we looked at it since the weekly closed. It has made on the daily its lowest daily candle close since July 2021. So 11-month lows where traders settled up. Confirmed bearish breakdown. And then the weekly. Very ugly, you know, that's a nasty red candle, and it's the lowest weekly candle close you've seen since July 5th of 2021. It's about the same. Yeah, man, just right there, it's kind of tough. That's a lot of distribution, and to me, I tweeted about it, and this is not me like hating on Hex or anything. It's just my memory and what it reminds me of is Bitcoin in 2018 before it capitulated 55% in 5 weeks. It, to me, looks like this in ways. It really does look very similar to that type of stuff. All right? And I think a lot of people will maybe agree with me. Just talking about technicals. We're not talking about staking Hex or the sacrifice or it's a skit. None of that. We're just talking about charts, man. That's all it is here. It's nice that way, right? My God, I hope it doesn't happen, dude. I hope it doesn't happen, but, you know, once you broke that support finally, right? The date of November 15th, 2018, you collapsed. Right, once you broke that support, again, it was 45%, but again, it was 55 from the top, right? Yeah, 55% in 37 days, 4 days, whatever. Yikes. It's okay, man. Bitcoin's trying its dangest to hold on here. It's down on the day, it's up on the day. If you hold above 28,782, you're safe, but if you fall below it, you're screwed. Very simply put. If you are going to begin an actual relief rally between 34K and 39K, that would be your target zone, what is called the golden zone. All right. The Legion of Boom, is that what it's called, dude? Interesting. So we got a poll going right now. We got only 264 votes. I remember my first poll ever. How will Bitcoin end this new week? 64% of y'all say green, 36 say red. Dang, dude, my weather bug's going nuts right now. What are you doing? Lightning strike. Whoa, man. Lightning strike. Why'd your super chat not show up? It did show up, dude. I just got a, yeah, Filecoin, dude. Thank you, man. Hold on. Sorry, I get a little distracted sometimes. Filecoins and, you know, its local stuff is very similar. But this one, man, God, we just gotta go to, if you want to look at the 4-hour can, there's nothing here. You're in no man's land. You're below that either ICO or listing price from October 2020. You're at all-time lows. You're very close to all-time lows, and it could just, hey, is it an M shape? Maybe, dude. It's not making higher highs, even locally. So, yeah, it's hanging on. It's just going to do what Bitcoin does. So you don't even have to worry about it. If Bitcoin goes up, FIL goes up too, it will probably go to $9.23, $9.50 to $10. If Bitcoin goes up and makes that rally that we talked about, there's no edge at all on Bitcoin. But if it just keeps holding support, eventually you can get that rally to squeeze the crap out of shorts and just to resolve the traditional retrace from previous highs to lows between 382 and the 618.
4 hours on FTM.
Oh, I forgot XRP, my
Potential
bad.
entry / targets. Also, BTC broke a 4 hours trend line upwards.
Yeah, we'll get FTM, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. Good guy, egg tipping for that when we looked at it before the stream. So this one just got like a, you know, a little different. Like I got it in a channel, a very, very nice channel, right? I mean, like look at the touches on both sides so many times. I even like the heart line too. God, it's a very pretty channel, okay? And you have exceeded an 88% retrace from the major low all the way down here from June 2020 to the all-time high, right? So you made like a 90+% retrace. 29.29 cents was we knew if it saw 87 to 95 cents, the literal target was 29.29%. It did that. It hit it and never fell below it. I mean, like with candle close. And if it did hold, I mean, dude, I'm thinking like there's nothing that really makes sense until at least a minimum conservatively 67 cents maybe, right? Talking about a target, February 26th high, the first time you ever had a candle close at 67 cents. That's where it could head to. That's like probably how you'd target there. 67 cents, my God, that's like 50% upside, unreal. This is what happens though. Between crazy levels, it's straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. That's what it did in the past, right? I mean, look, dude, it held that support, the same support it established, you know, kind of in January 2021, March 2021. What did it do? It went up 229%. And then what did it do after it tested that resistance? It then lost 69%, but then eventually it lost 80% of its value. Yeah, so just a lot of up downs in between these levels, man. That's the way it goes, right? Dude, no way. Whatever that song is sounded terrible. All right, so that's your FTM. Would you say targets, entry? I don't know, entry. I mean, maybe it was 29 cents, as close to that as possible. But, dude, again, it's like you don't have an edge on these assets. So it's not like you're taking an actual good swing trade, right? It's just going to be tough for longs, dude. What I would think would be like, you know, the best short would have been, hey, when you back test 87.9 cents as resistance after you broke it, that was good because that thing lost 50% of its value very fast. Anyway, here you go, man. Is that it? FIL and FTM, yeah, that was the last request. We have witnessed history. Remember, 8 red days or 8 red weeks in a row on Bitcoin's never happened. And that's all we got to say about that. Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands now. All right, so I think it's probably a pretty good stream. You know, covered, we went across the markets. That's what we do. We've looked at all the futures, we looked at the commodities, we looked at the cryptos, the big ones, and now we have no edge on Bitcoin at all. No one's saying that. Nope. If you go back down to 28.7, you're probably screwed at that point, right? Remember, without an edge, it's just a gamble. It's just a coin flip. The coin flip can go up or down. And if we go back 28.782 again, you're probably in a lot of trouble, man. Okay, you haven't made and that's the problem. On the local side, you still haven't made a higher high yet. So you have to do that. Like, it's got to happen soon. You've got to make higher than, I would say, 30,700, which is Michael Saylor. Isn't that crazy? That's Michael Saylor's and MicroStrategy's cost basis for their 129,000 Bitcoins. Right here, what the 236 is, what has been support is now resistance, and you haven't touched it again. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? I'm so confused about this whole spamming the NFT eggplant thing. What does that mean, dude? All right, dude. So what I'll do is let you get back to the remainder of your
BTC
weekend.
broke 4 hours trend line. Also, our thoughts on BTC 3-day bullish divergence.
You talk about that? Yeah, it did that. It did do that. Yeah, sure. Like you're talking about just anchoring 1 and 2 there, and I guess 3. Yeah, for sure. You've broken it. Yeah, you have. Nice. Yeah, broke some sort of little supply line. Yeah, at least since that May 10th high. So very nice. 3-day divergence, probably real. It's still working on it, isn't it? But yeah, kind of there a little bit. I remember in history where Bitcoin has shown 3-day bullish divergence and 0 on the daily, nothing on the daily, and it played out and was insane. So yeah, I mean, you're trying to work on classic bullish divergence on the 3-day only, not the daily. It's there. If you want Hopium, there you go, dude. Hopium at a support from a low. Where was the low though? My God. What about these lows though? What about this low? God, it's about the same. It's almost like Class C, but it's almost just bearish convergence. So it's just kind of tough, man. Like, and it's one time scale. You want multiple time scales, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. We will see. 34 on the RSI. Yikes. That's some serious volume, man. That's the highest amount of volume you've seen since May 19th of last year. Wow. That's crazy, dude. It's so much volume. It's very rare you see this much volume, right? Look at the COVID crash low. This wasn't really that significant. It was just it was a reversal, but ended up pivoting 30K and rallying again. This one signified the bottom, even though you didn't know, and it stayed around this level for a long time, for months, a few months. But in the end, it did signify that you had a bottom. You never know. Like, is that it? Is that gonna do that too? It could do crazy stuff. It could ping pong between 25K and 30K then, for 3 months, like it did before. All right, I'll look at XRP because I forgot. Yeah, XRP is 3-day. Hey, maybe it's not really diverging. I don't think it's fair to say that. XRP weekly. I'm still thinking eventually 32 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks in a row for XRP. I don't think that's ever happened before either. Here, 8 down weeks. That's it, man. I mean, eventually bullish divergence on the weekly, but not yet. And then the daily, it almost just looks like just some consolidation after crashing. High volume, highest volume XRP had seen truly since June 23rd, 2021, which was kind of the bottom, the first bottom for the second, and then it mooned. So yep, that's it. Maybe a short-term bottom got put in because all this high volume, right? You never know. That does happen. That's in textbooks for in traditional markets, right? High volume, can usher in complete reversals. At least it can, and also put in short-term bottoms too. So we'll see. Crypto Hoarder and Molly Investor, they're burying the hatchet. Oh my god, dude. But I don't know. Molly Investor said he's going to reconvene once he gets his capital allocated properly for a tip war or something. I don't know. I don't know if that, I believe that though. You know, people talk, man, about taking on Crypto Hoarder, dude. But have they ever? The answer is no, not yet, and maybe never. All right. So Bitcoin did some pretty decent things on the 4-hour, but there's no edge. But still, it did break maybe what could be considered some sort of supply line. It goes back to 12 days ago. You broke it, man. That's great, dude. That's not enough, but again, that's why my gamble, my coin flip is I think we will close the week out green this week and break this 8-week downtrend thing, the 8 weeks in a row of lower lows. Don't doubt the hexagons, Mitch. Oh, it's not about doubting hexagons. It's more about not doubting Crypto Hoarder, right? Okay, so I appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Molly Investor, thank you so much, dude, for the 500 super chat. $500 for the super chat. Thank you so much, Crypto Hoarder, for the $1,122.34. And rumblings of a tip war. Yeah, I don't believe it, dude. It's just like, don't even believe it. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA.